Welcome to Pop Cult, where we talk reality TV, celebrity chaos, and pop culture throwbacks.
I have to readjust. I can't feel my foot.
Mood.
It's because I'm sitting crisscross applesauce. And my foot falls asleep. Anyways, hello everyone, and welcome to Pop Cult. We're your hosts. I'm Julia.
And I'm Avery.
And we post 2 episodes every single week. Tuesdays are for our reality digest, where we go over all the latest reality TV shows. And Thursdays are for our Fame Files, where we go over past pop culture events. And this week I'm just really in the dark. I have no idea this story that Avery's gonna share with us. I have no knowledge of it.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of funny because this is actually a pretty recent thing that happened, but it has to do with a celebrity who is not necessarily as well known in the US, but is very, very famous in the UK. We are talking about Mae Hague and her cheating scandal with her partner, Tommy Fury.
Wait, this might be a spoiler already, but tell me, is she the cheater or was she cheated on?
She was cheated on.
Okay.
I actually have only really been following Molly Mae for the last maybe year and a half. I think it was 2025, early 2025, she had a documentary come out with Amazon Prime. This is how famous she is in the UK.
That's crazy.
Right. It's I think, and that's something that I'll try and really convey throughout this episode, but she literally had a freaking documentary on Amazon Prime that's still going. It's like a series almost. But she is an influencer for all intents and purposes. That is what she is. But she does do other things, which we'll talk about it a little bit. But I would go as far as to say she is the UK's biggest influencer.
Okay.
And she just kind of has this very sort of idealistic aesthetic, but also one that's very attainable. She always, at least to me, is portrayed as someone who seems very down to earth. I feel no offense to all the American influencers, but they're all just so, I feel I don't even know the word for it. They all just feel so fake at this point. There's so many of them. There's such saturation in the industry. I'm not a fan of Alex Earl, but her lifestyle is not attainable.
No, it's not.
And I just think that's something that I really like about Molly Mae. She feels very genuine. And I think that it comes from the fact that, it's this influencer culture just is not as big in Europe and in the UK. I could be totally wrong about that. If anyone's listening from the UK, please let us know. But yeah, I'm not even going to ask you if you know anything about this because I already know you don't. Okay, well, let's just get into it. In June of 2019, the UK's biggest influencer, Molly Mae Hague, and UK professional boxer Tommy Fury meet on Love Island UK when Molly Mae enters the villa as a bombshell. By the end of the season, they were in a full-on relationship and even made it official as boyfriend and girlfriend. So they were fully dating by the time they left, which, as we know, does not always happen.
Wait, was she an influencer before Love Island, or did she become an influencer because of Love Island?
Both. I'll talk about it. A fun fact actually about Molly Mae, just in our current with our current lineup of shows, she was on the same season as Maura Higgins.
Oh.
Yes, it was I actually haven't watched the season all the way through. It was supposedly a very iconic season of Love Island. Lots of really well-known Love Island people came out of that season, and one of my friends was telling me about it. She was like, it's just one of those seasons where the girls are really just taking no shit from these men, which is not typically what happens in the US version. So.
Oh, this bitch is pregnant.
Molly Mae?
Yeah, as of 5 hours ago.
What?
She's pregnant.
What? Is this breaking news?
I was just looking it up to see what she looked like, and now I've been spoiled
Julia,
the whole thing.
What? No. Wait, no. Oh my God.
Are you pulling it up?
Yes. Wait. This is crazy. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm literally speechless. I know this seems like a really dramatic reaction, but I truly was not expecting this.
Wait, why is she still with this man?
Okay, well, now I feel bad about doing this episode.
Why?
But we're still going to do it anyways.
Well, we didn't plan this. I genuinely was just looking her up to see what she looked like.
I'm dumbfounded. I actually cannot believe that this just lined up the way that it did. For anyone listening, we're filming this on February 5th.
Yeah, my mom's birthday.
Yeah, period. Happy birthday, Amy. And it's going to come out on February 19th. So that's why it's going to seem like a delayed reaction. But no, I'm like actually shocked. This is actually the last person that I thought would be making a pregnancy announcement.
Oh, okay.
Holy
She says soon
shit.
to be a family of 4, so they already have one.
Oh my God, she's like really pregnant. That wasn't meant to be a dig. She just like has a bump. Like
Yeah.
wasn't expecting that. It's just funny. It's crazy too because she's, her whole life is like online. It's like, how do you even hide something like that?
You don't.
That's so crazy. Wow. Well, I'm happy for her. Anyways, moving right along. Anyway, we were talking about Maura. So they were on the same season, and it's funny because Maura and Molly both like dated Tommy on Love Island. Like Maura
Okay.
dated him briefly before he kind of like,
Moved
defined the
on.
relationship with Molly. But they are actually still close friends as far as I've seen, which is fun. Molly and Tommy did not win Love Island, but they did continue their relationship outside of the villa. But they were also like a fan favorite. By September of that same year, they had moved in together into an apartment in Manchester. And while Molly's career was shot into absolute fame post Love Island, she was a well-known content creator and YouTuber for years before the season, to answer your question. At one point, she even became the creative director of the clothing brand Pretty Little Thing. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's a big deal. Like she would basically make a lot of her content on YouTube was like makeup and clothes and like clothing hauls and stuff. So I think she probably would order from Pretty Little Thing a lot, and then they like became, she would do brand deals with them and stuff, and then yeah, eventually she became the creative director. She has amazing fashion sense, and I'll talk about, I think I briefly mentioned it, but at this point she has her own clothing brand.
Oh, sick. Okay.
It's called Maybe, Maebe, and it's actually, I definitely told you about this. I tried to order some of their stuff.
Oh, you had to cancel it.
And I had to cancel it because I got hit with $96 in tariffs on, I think, what was like $200 worth of clothing. So I'm like,
stupid.
I just can't justify that, Anywho, that was devastating for me because I am not even, this is again very dramatic. I'm very passionate about Molly Mae. One thing about me, I am not passionate about an influencer, but I love Molly Mae. I don't know what is.
As you should. Go for it.
I really do like her. When I found out that she was coming out with a clothing brand, I was like, I've hit the jackpot. Like, I'm literally just going to buy everything on her website. And I was like, but let me just start with one thing. Thank God I did, because can you imagine the amount of tariffs I would have gotten hit with had I ordered like $1,000 worth of clothing?
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry for that tangent, but I just had to put it out there. She is like very tuned into fashion and is very intentional about what she wears, and her persona feels very like attainable for like the everyday person. So that's just a little bit about like her career and her background, and literally being the creative director of a very large national brand is really cool.
Yeah.
So I want to like make sure that I'm not just reducing her down to being an influencer. Unfortunately, in October of 2021, she and Tommy's Manchester apartment was robbed. Whoever robbed them took around 800,000 pounds, as in UK currency, not like in weight, in stolen items, which prompted them to leave that apartment and just basically move into a home because they just didn't feel safe returning to the apartment that had been robbed.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, and I think like had everything obviously gone the way that I'm sure Molly envisioned it, this would have been like the best thing ever. Because about a year later, they announced that Molly was pregnant, and in January 2023, their daughter Bambi was born.
Oh God, Bambi.
I knew you were gonna have something to say about that name.
Bambi. Okay.
You know what's funny about it too? I've seen her say before that Bambi was a name that she had picked out since she was like a little girl.
Interesting.
So it's not even like she's one of those influencers that just like is naming their kids some weird ass shit,
Yeah, but anybody will say that just to not get
flamed.
talked.
Yeah, true. It is like a cute name, like, and when because she says it, Bambi, Bambi. It's just funny listening to her talk about it. Talk to her, to little Bambi. Bambi's also a diva. I would encourage anyone to go after this episode to go look up clips of Bambi on TikTok. She's so funny. Like there's this clip of her where she's talking about how she's gonna bite one of her friends at school the next day.
Okay.
She's like, I'm gonna bite Emily, and Molly's like, no, 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 we don't bite. Anyways, in July of 2023, after Bambi is born, Tommy finally proposes to Molly in Ibiza with their daughter there with them. There's like a cute video in the documentary of her like walking down and
cute.
seeing him there. But unfortunately, in November of 2023, just a few months later, there were videos that started circling the internet of Tommy Fury at a nightclub in Dubai with, like, I don't know what we need to do to get rid of this man, Chris Brown.
Oh,
I do not like him. And actually, as I was writing this episode, just this is a little sneak peek, I literally made the whole Chris Brown Rihanna scandal one of our March episodes because I'm so like, why does Chris Brown like still have a platform? I don't get it.
as of like 4 hours ago, he's being sued for unpaid royalties.
Like, I don't know how many red flags he has to wave in front of our face for us to move on from Chris Brown.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that we should just like, come after him and like bully him relentlessly. That's not what I'm saying. I just think we like should not be giving him a platform anymore.
probably not.
And also, like, what does he even do now? Go to nightclubs in Dubai, apparently? What the freak?
Apparently.
Anywho, they're at this nightclub in Dubai. There's videos. Molly is obviously not with him. They have a 9-month-old child at this point. But they're basically like these videos were within them is footage of him talking to other women at these clubs.
Great. Sounds great.
Right. Right. Around the same time, Molly's followers noticed that she had posted an Instagram story where she was not wearing her engagement ring. And while she didn't address it, she was seen wearing the ring again after that at some point. But, like, of course, that's like, I'd never noticed that kind of stuff with influencers that I follow, but like not surprising at all that people like picked up on that.
Yeah, no, that was a rookie move on her part.
Totally. She probably just like was not even thinking about it. At one point, she posted a video on her YouTube channel where she talked about how she'd recently been struggling with solo parenting while Tommy had been busy recording his audiobook. And just for context there, he has a memoir about his life as a professional boxer and balancing being a TV personality.
Oh, whatever.
Here's the thing. I tried to do some research into it, but I just have no interest in professional boxing, so I just didn't get that far. I actually think he's also quite famous in the UK.
Whatever.
I'm pretty sure that maybe he has like a family legacy of being like professional boxers.
I could truly just care less about like a man. You know?
I mean, that 100%, like totally relate. But just in case anyone from the UK is listening, like just understand that we don't have the context of who Tommy Fury is and the zeitgeist of British pop culture.
I think like very few people can write memoirs about their own life. Like
100%.
Like Barack Obama, he can write a memoir, and he did. But like
that's just so funny that that's who you like pulled out of thin air.
Like that's what I'm like thinking of. I'm like, who is like Taylor Swift? She could write one.
Yeah. Totally. I mean, celebrities love a memoir, truly. It's an easy way for them to
Who's
make
that one guy
money.
that I don't like, who's really good friends with like Andy Cohen? We were just talking about him on the phone. Who wrote a book?
Michael Rappaport?
He was married to Chris Appleton, that one.
Oh, Lucas Gage.
Yeah, he didn't need to write a book.
100% agree. He's not old enough. He needs to wait until he's like 40.
And I'm assuming that Tommy's like kind of the same age.
Yeah, definitely. No, they were both 20 when they went on Love Island.
I'm like,
which is crazy
live
because
a little bit more life.
100%. And also it's funny, like, not to like go back to the beginning, but like the both of them being 20 when they went Love Island, they look so much older than that.
Interesting.
It's just
that's
funny.
So young.
I know. It's so crazy. I mean, I think she was only like 24 when she had Bambi.
Ouch.
Yeah, so she has to be my age. Disturbing. Anyway, she's also a millionaire. So good for her. There's like a few things happening. We're seeing these videos of Tommy in Dubai. Then she posts this video, talking about how she's struggling because she's having to solo parent while he's away. But then less than a year later, on August 14th, 2024, I think, I'm pretty sure that that's the exact date, but it was August 2024 nonetheless, Molly Mae and Tommy Fury announced via their Instagrams that they had split after 5 years of being together.
Yikes.
Did you see that coming?
Yeah.
Right. I know you'll want to know because you love an Instagram breakup announcement. So okay. I have written it out here.
Beautiful. That's exactly what I needed.
Correct. This one's a bit long. Molly said in a statement, quote, "Never in a million years did I think I'd ever have to write this. After 5 years of being together, I never imagined our story would end, especially not this way. I am extremely upset to announce that mine and Tommy's relationship has come to an end. I will forever be grateful for the most important thing to me now and always, my beautiful daughter. Without us, there would be no her. She will always be my priority. I want to thank you all for the love you have shown us over the last 5 years. You have all been a part of our journey, and I feel it's right to share this with you all. Whilst I attempt to navigate the coming days and weeks, please kindly respect my privacy over this difficult time. I'll be back when it feels right. Molly Mae.
She said nothing.
Right, I know. Also, just
Irritating.
for context, these were both on their Instagram stories.
Okay.
Tommy then followed with his statement, which read, quote, I am heartbroken to share that Molly and I have decided to end our relationship. The past 5 years have led us to having our beautiful baby girl, Bambi. Bambi. And I will and I will forever be thankful to Molly for making me a dad. Bambi is our priority. Please respect our privacy and our family's privacy as we navigate our way through this difficult time.
What's that thing, like a vocal stem? Like Bambi is that for me. Like I can't
Bambi.
Bambi.
Bambi. No, true. We're going to be saying that like every episode now.
Bambi. I can't stop.
Bambi. That's gonna be you're gonna name your first kid Bambi. And it's gonna be pronounced Bambi. Nonetheless, this was huge in the UK influencer world. People were shocked and so sad. Like people were making videos like, I don't believe in love anymore. Like Molly Mae and Tommy Fury have broken up. Like it was like giving, who is it giving? Like help me think of a comparison.
Like a couple breakup comparison?
Yeah, like something that you and I would be like, oh my god, I'm so shocked I never saw this coming.
I don't know. Not anyone right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could think of someone. Like my first hunch is to say like Haley and Justin Bieber.
That would
just because
shock
of
me.
it like would, but it wouldn't because I definitely don't think he likes her. But also it would just be shocking because of like, you know, how famous they are
Mm-hmm.
as a couple and
Yeah.
individually.
Yeah.
But I think like an actual comparison that people were making was like their breakup was comparing to like Charles and Diana.
The fuck?
So, I mean, I'm sure that like elder British people would be like, that's actually a ridiculous claim to make, but like the Gen Z and the millennials.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's probably not accurate, seeing as they're royalty. But
Right.
I understand the comparison, I guess.
Right, totally. It was also strange because while there had been some speculations a few months earlier, Molly addressed it in June. Like there was people were speculating on whether or not they were still together in June of 2024. So just a couple months before the announcement, she's like everything's fine. She even did a Q&A on her Instagram where she was talking about their wedding plans. So their fans were super confused, and I think naturally we're kind of wondering if something like cheating had happened, just given how sudden it seemed. Okay, so going back to when Tommy was partying in Dubai a few months earlier, there were cheating allegations back then that came back up after the split. So technically it's just like everyone was wondering like why is he partying in Dubai when he has a partner with a, you know, less than 1-year-old child at home.
A young child,
Yeah. But now it's kind of like this whole thing is resurfacing and it's like, okay, well maybe he was cheating. Basically, there was another UK influencer who was in the pictures and videos from Dubai, and people then just started saying out of nowhere that he had gotten this girl pregnant, and because she had a child around the same time that he and Molly announced their breakup. So people were like, oh my god, this is his like secret love child.
I'm sorry, that can only actually happen to the Kardashians.
Totally. Oh my god. That, honestly, that's going to be my comparison. I understand that it's, you know, a secret love child versus a celebrity couple breaking up, but like that was so shocking.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah.
You know, it was this rumor in particular was completely unfounded, and the actual father is actually another boxer who Tommy is friends with.
Ironic.
Seriously. But basically all of them were like, this is absolutely not true. So that one's squashed. Rumor equals squashed. But this is how I always think, and I definitely think that this is the case here. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah, like they're not making this shit up.
Right. It's not coming out of thin air. You know? And
that doesn't happen.
Sometimes things do, but as we progress in this story, it's like, okay, like I can't. Anyways, I'm just going to get into it. This was not only the only cheating rumor, is what I'm trying to get at here. Apparently, Molly had been told that Tommy had cheated on her with a Danish woman that he'd met while he was on vacation in North Macedonia.
Okay.
Allegedly, she confronted him about it. Okay, so this is like the speculation. She confronted him about it. He admitted it was true. So she ends it immediately and he moves out. But I'm unsure if this is like actually what happens because of some of the other things that we'll talk about. Like so much of this, because these people are influencers and not like, you know, actual full-blown celebrities, like a lot of the information is just from a source.
Okay.
A source close to Molly, a source close to Tommy. So take that with a grain of salt. But allegedly, August of 2024 was when Molly effectively kicked him out of their home after he had gotten back from this North Macedonia guys trip. So it like kind of makes sense. When Tommy released his book, he did speak on the
Ugh.
cheating.
Sorry.
Like, Julia hates a celebrity memoir from a man.
Yeah.
It's really
Irritating.
an iconic detail about her. But when he released his book, he did speak on the cheating allegations and continued to deny them. I think this was around like October 2024. So obviously all this is happening very quickly. So hopefully this timeline is making sense. At the time all of this was going on, Holly also announced her clothing brand that I mentioned earlier, Maybe, which dropped in September 2024. And this is something that she discusses in the documentary because at the time when she, first announces Maybe, they're filming for this Prime show, and it's like it was upsetting for her because this was something that she had been working on for like 3 years, but she could never, anytime that she was like supposed to do press for it, the only thing they would ask her about was the breakup.
Interesting.
Which I can imagine would be frustrating for somebody who's like trying to launch a small business.
Literally.
And he sucks for that. After they announced their breakup, and then once these like cheating allegations start to come out, Molly did make a YouTube video after all the allegations and let her audience know that she does not intend to speak on it in detail or really even at all. But this was the first time that she had even acknowledged that there were rumors going on.
Okay.
So I think like another thing that I like about her, she does a really good job of like sharing a lot of her life, but also keeping the genuinely like traumatizing things private.
Yeah.
And I do actually think that is kind of a signifier of her being a UK influencer versus a US influencer. Like I don't feel like we would ever let a US influencer get away with that.
Probably not.
And by we I mean like the collective internet, not
Yeah.
you and me.
Not us individually.
Or like literally hunting down celebrities and
Literally.
making them share their business. So she comments on it. She's like, I'm not speaking on it. And I think, in her head, both of them are probably like, we were just hoping that this dies down. But unfortunately, it did not, because in November of 2024, another cheating scandal rumor broke. And I'm putting this in quotes, adult content creator, if you know what I mean.
Like OnlyFans?
Correct. A woman named Katie Robertson claimed that she had slept with Tommy in Dubai, alleging that this is what happened with like those very first cheating allegations. Those actually were not just unfounded. They just had the wrong person. It wasn't the girl who was pregnant. It was this adult content creator.
Yeah.
Yes. She also claimed that she had knowledge that he had slept with 3 other girls at some point on this trip. I'm unsure if this was like the same night or if she just somehow knew. I really don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
And she also claimed that she had photo and video proof of their hookup, stating that she is, quote, part of the reason for their breakup. She revealed all of this on a podcast. Like, I don't even know what it was called. It was like, I think it was like 2 or 3 British guys like in a room with her, interviewing her. I watched the clip and it's very sinister. The whole time that she's telling this story, she's smiling. But the most insane part about this is that she filmed their encounter, supposedly,
Ew.
and apparently posted it on her OnlyFans account.
So I just like don't think that's legal, but okay.
Right. And that's what kind of is like, the thing is like people were unsure if she was telling the truth because that just sounds so insane. So she like tries to prove them wrong by posting a picture of the two of them together, but in this picture everyone's like, that is literally not Tommy Fury.
Wait, so she was like lying but didn't realize she was lying?
Like the problem is I don't know, but I think it could literally be a 50-50 chance.
Well, that's crazy.
Right. I will say this person resembles him, but I saw the picture, I do not think that it's him. So I don't really know. There was a lot of discussion about her allegations in particular being a potential publicity stunt to promote her OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that that's like something to keep in mind. But like I do want to talk about some of the other allegations, and like I kind of have like a theory, or just like a conspiracy almost.
Okay.
So that was the Dubai situation. Back to the woman in the club in North Macedonia, just a few days before their breakup announcement. These claims did come from another person who was at the club who alleges that they witnessed this encounter. This woman ended up being her name is Mila Corfixon, I'm guessing. Sorry, girl. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Sorry.
It's a cute name though, Mila. Mila. It's spelled Milla. What do you think? It's Mila or Milla? Both are cute.
Mila. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go with Mila. She originally claimed that she did not kiss Tommy, but later admitted that she had. She said that she had to delete all of her Instagram posts because people were commenting.
Yeah, I'm sure they were because people love to just be like send death threats at any moment.
Right. But then, like, this is what's so confusing. Like, she then comes forward later and said that they did not kiss and that he was just like a complete gentleman from
What?
everything that she witnessed. So I just don't even know. Maybe she thought they were talking about somebody else. Like, I think it's very plausible to say that she might not have even known who he was, you know?
Okay.
So she specifically said, quote, "I am the girl, but nothing happened. We just had fun. I'm Danish, but I am from here also." Not really sure what that has to do with it, but okay, girl.
Okay.
"I don't know what he's been doing, but someone else must have kissed him. I have a boyfriend back home." So
Okay.
it's just a little perplexing.
Yeah.
She also said that she saw him out with his friends 3 nights in a row, but that she, quote, "would never have done anything with a married man, as he's basically married with a little child."
Okay.
Which I hope is the truth, Mila.
I hope that's the frickin' truth.
Yeah. Tommy obviously denies these rumors as well, followed by Molly Mae speaking out about the gossip. There was also a brief incident where a girl named Kay was out with her friends one night in Manchester, where she supposedly met Tommy and his friends, but she said she didn't realize who he was at first. Basically, she gets his Instagram and then starts getting DMs from him, which she did share screenshots of. It was pretty much him sending like the fire emoji on her stories, I guess, and then
Okay.
asking if she was in Manchester. But then she came forward again to admit that she had actually been catfished and said that she had instead just met someone who really looked a lot like Tommy.
I just need her to go away. Like what? She's just ruining stuff.
It's just giving like, I'm just like confused because at
Who's
this point,
catfishing these women? What's happening?
and like at this point, this is multiple allegations. And I just have to believe that there's some truth to some part of this. And my theory is that they're paying these people to like retract their statements. Like, I definitely do not think that all of it, like, there's just no way. Who is going out of their way to accuse a random professional boxer from the UK of cheating this many times?
Yeah, like I'm really confused by that.
Like, at this point, there's like 4 allegations happening here. Again, like, I'm going to say it again, where there's smoke, there's fire. So I don't know if I'm being like dramatic about it, but I just definitely think that there's like some truth to something of all of this. But obviously, he's denying all of them. So you might be wondering, if he's denying the cheating rumors publicly, he's probably denying them to Molly too. She is saying that she's not going to speak on it. So why did they split? There was some speculation that their breakup was a publicity stunt.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, after watching the documentary, I don't believe that. There's a
Okay.
child involved in this. They
You would
did,
think they wouldn't do that shit.
right. And like they did move, like he moved out. Like I don't think that, which is documented, like we have proof of that. There's interactions between the two of them that we can clearly see. I definitely don't think it was a publicity stunt, but it's just, I don't know. It's all very strange. But speaking of the Amazon Prime documentary, so this was part 1 of a series with 3 episodes dropping in the first batch. So basically they do like 3 episodes at a time. So like for part 1 there was 6 episodes and 3 dropped at one point and then the next 3 dropped later. Basically, this documentary follows her as the UK's most famous and successful influencer and how she kind of goes about life as a now single mom, creating her own brand. This was actually well in the works prior to her.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like prior to them breaking up. But because of the circumstances, they obviously had to include their details about their breakup in the doc.
Mhm.
And it was actually supposed to be following the two of them planning their wedding.
Yikes, I would not be able to film that.
But of course, then they call off the wedding. So they're like, okay, we have to pivot. And then they're like, well, why don't we just do it on Molly? She's like this business owner now. Like, she's obviously still, I mean, nobody was going to be watching it for Tommy anyways. They're going to be watching it for Molly regardless.
Yeah.
I have watched it multiple times because I just love it. And I will say she does not ever talk about cheating other than maybe just like mentioning the claims. And she actually like this is the first time that she really talks about why they broke up, and she attributes it to his drinking problem.
Oh, I haven't even heard about a drinking problem.
Right, exactly. That was by design.
Oh.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. It's interesting because in the scene where they first met on Love Island UK, it's funny, they're like, so basically she comes in as a bombshell,
Mm-hmm.
and then like she gets to pick one, or I guess not America, but fans picked who she was going to go on a date with.
Okay.
So they paired her with Tommy. She's like in a hot tub somewhere, like, I don't know, in the hideaway or something maybe, or like off, away from everyone else. And then he basically like meets her in the hot tub. So that's the first time they're meeting each other, and she doesn't come in as a bombshell like in front of everyone else. So when they first meet, he actually asks her if she's a big drinker, and she says no, which seems to be true from everything that I've seen. But he also said that he wasn't a big drinker.
Big fat liar.
Yeah. Right. Basically, her entire family corroborates his drinking issue, and Molly even says that basically every major conflict that she and Tommy have ever had throughout their relationship was due in some part to his drinking.
Well, that's crazy.
Right. I know. And I think it's also like, I'm not trying to like, speculate too much, but I guess I am. Like, I think that begs the question, were some of these conflicts because he drank and then cheated on you?
Maybe.
Like, if so, it's a very clever way to like skirt around the cheating of it all,
Mm-hmm.
She ironically enough also released a memoir
Oh
in
God. I'm sorry.
2022.
I don't know if I can support that. I'm sorry.
I know, it's funny. It is funny. I do personally love a celebrity memoir, but it does like, I'm not just going to listen to anyone's, But she says in this memoir, quote, "The only major arguments Tommy and I have had have been to do with him drinking, which he only does a few times a year. He won't even do anything wrong. I'll just lose it at him because I hate it. I do have this anxiety around alcohol and the things I've seen it do to the people around me. I personally don't think that alcohol adds anything good to a situation."
Wait, I'm confused by that.
So this was about 2 years before they broke up.
Okay.
So it could have very well
It
been
could have
like,
escalated, yeah.
totally. That's exactly. Also, she does mention in the documentary that when her parents got divorced, when she was older, her mom was so devastated that she like had a drinking problem for a while.
That's scary.
Yeah. So I think that it's probably has something to do with it also. He also did admit to his drinking problem. He said in an interview once, quote, "We broke up because I had a problem with alcohol and I couldn't be the partner that I wanted to be anymore. It kills me to say it, but I couldn't."
Okay.
He also admitted at one point that he was going out and drinking 4 to 5 times a week,
Lord.
which genuinely is giving like Tom Sandoval, Tom Schwartz.
I just don't, the logistics behind that, like, how do you not feel like shit every day?
It's crazy. Like, it's giving all the men on Vanderpump, all the men on Summer House. Like, it's more people are doing that than you even realize, in my opinion. In November of 2024, Molly did her first interview since the breakup with British Vogue, which like slay.
Literally. Slay.
And she said, quote, "No one will ever really know what went down apart from Tommy and I, and that's how we'd like to keep it for Bambi's sake. I do think that he will talk about things eventually. I do think that when he's ready, like maybe more will be said, but I think that's for him to do on his own terms," which is secretive.
Mm-hmm. Very vague. For Vogue, I would be a little
Right.
bit more honest.
And it just makes it seem like, okay, like if I'm reading into this, I'm like, okay, there was definitely cheating that happened. But the other thing that it made me wonder was that if he was maybe in rehab.
He could have been, for sure.
So, who knows? Just a few months after their breakup, though, in December of 2024, they somehow end up at the same New Year's Eve party where they ended up kissing at midnight.
Was that like posted somewhere? Like somebody like outed them?
Yeah, so like someone took a video and I think leaked it to the
Yikes.
tabloids.
Okay.
Yeah. This all like kind of goes down in the documentary too, but I put it in here because I feel like it's important to include like kind of how their relationship has progressed. So after this, her publicist gets wind of it and shared that they were not getting back together and that Molly was focused on her daughter and being a single parent. But she's
Okay.
like, "I cannot believe that this got leaked. Like, it was just truly emotions getting the best of us. Like, we end up at the same party." Like, I think she was pretty devastated that it got leaked. Tommy has not appeared in the Prime documentary at all for the most part, aside from like the occasional phone call or FaceTime or like an old video. But apparently this has to do in part with a contract that he has with BBC for a documentary that he's doing.
For his boxing?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I've seen ads for it. It's making me wonder once again if he's more famous than we realize.
I mean, probably.
Yeah, if anyone knows, please let us know. So that happens, and then it's kind of like silent for a few months until March of 2025 when Molly and Tommy take their daughter on a trip to Dubai together. Obviously, fans are speculating if they're back together, and Molly addressed it in a YouTube video saying, I don't want you guys to think I'm not being honest about who went on the holiday to Dubai. I did do a big talking section that we were going with Tommy, but I didn't want to put it in the last vlog because I didn't want anxiety. So now they're going on vacation together, like less than a year after
Oh,
they break
yeah.
up. She basically said she just felt like it's really hard to work on a relationship when you're in the public eye, and they were trying to handle things as privately as possible.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think like what's kind of interesting about this is I feel like we've seen instances like this happen before, and it's always the woman saying like I will never get back together with him, like I'm done with him. This was not that. Like she continuously noted in her documentary that she hoped that they would get back together.
Oh. That makes me think that it wasn't cheating then.
Right, that's the thing. And like at this point also they're still living separately, but I feel like throughout all of 2025 they were kind of appearing on socials to slowly be re-entering back into being a couple, like almost kind of soft
Soft
launching their
launching to make people like used to it. Yeah.
yeah, and like they're going on vacations together and posting together, but it's nothing super romantic, and she's still not wearing her ring.
Mhm.
But then we find out in the most recent documentary series, which just came out pretty recently, by the end of 2025, pretty much, they were actually preparing to move back in together as Molly was moving out of the home that she had been living in with her daughter and her sister and her brother-in-law for the last several months. So she had this house in Manchester. I'm pretty sure that's the one that she kicked Tommy out of, or that they were supposed to move into together. I think they were building it. And
Okay.
then now she's selling that house and then moving in with him wherever he lives.
Okay.
Most recently, just in January of this year, they celebrated their daughter's third birthday. And she says in her documentary, I'm very proud of me and Tommy for working through things. It's just going to bring us even closer as a family. When I move into Tommy's house, I'm closing the door and leaving behind such an incredible chapter of my life. It's very bittersweet. It's also just the fear of not knowing what's around the corner. So just a few things going on. The last thing I had in here was that at the end of the documentary, she revealed that she had been starting to wear her engagement ring again, and that these are her words, fully back together.
And now she's pregnant.
She's pregnant.
That's fucking crazy.
Isn't that wild? I cannot believe. I'm so glad you looked at her Instagram.
Yeah, I
Because
never like would have we would not have known.
and I would have been pissed if we ended this recording and then I looked on Instagram and Molly Mae was pregnant.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's very weird. I know this feels kind of like maybe a little bit like it doesn't have a lot of resolve, but the reason that I wanted to do an episode on it is because I'm honestly just like, does anyone else feel like there's no way that there wasn't some sort of cheating? Like,
I think it's very confusing.
yeah, it's giving they have really good PR teams.
That or it truly was like they were just covering up for him to going to rehab until he's ready to talk about it.
Right. I know. It's really odd. What did you think?
That was great. I love a celebrity couple, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Are you
like
gonna?
disappointed in the sense that they're like back together.
I
Because like,
know.
what if he's not a good person and she's trapped?
I know. But then it's also like
I want the best for her.
totally. And she
And
genuinely. And
Bebe.
Bambe. Bambe.
Bambe.
I want you to watch the documentary because I think if you do, you'll understand why I like her so much. Like,
Okay.
because I'm the same way. Like, I want her to be in a happy, like, in a relationship with somebody who treats her well.
Yeah.
And it's like, if it truly is just a drinking problem, then, like, that's, happens to a lot of people. Like, that can be dealt with. But it's kind of like, I don't know. I really do think that it begs the question of, like, if somebody is blackout drunk and they cheat on you, is it a less worse offense than if they're completely cognizant and know exactly what they're doing?
I think both are, pretty bad.
100%. But if the cheating rumors are at all true, it just makes me wonder if that's why she was able to forgive him.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm like, I actually can't get over the fact that she's pregnant. Like, I'm gonna sit here for the rest of the night and like think about that. Because how ironic is that? Like, good for us. Same thing happened with our Tyra Banks episode. I start writing that episode, and then as we're about to record it, they announced the ANTM documentary.
That's so funny.
Like, it's just so crazy. So I kind of love that this keeps happening. And I'm happy for her. I know she loves Bambi so much.
Bambi. Sorry.
Bambi. But yeah, that is the story of Molly Mae and Tommy Fury. And I will do my best to like keep up with any updates on this, and we can, bring it up in our future episodes if there's anything notable. But thanks for listening, everyone. Next week's episode is one that Bambi. Next week's episode is, I think, one that Julia and I are both very excited about. It is about the mass cancellation of the YouTube beauty community.
Yeah, for sure.
From like 2016 to like 2022. Just what a time to be alive, We'll talk more about it. This is actually insane.
I can't stop.
I'm geeked. Bambi. Bambi. She says Bambi. Bambi. It's like Bambi is so funny. Like,
Bambi, come here.
Bambi. Like, I was telling you about how she said she was gonna bite Emily. Then in another video that I saw, I'm guessing these are all in Molly's vlogs, and then like it just gets clipped and put on TikTok. But she's like holding a baby doll, and Molly's like, "Oh, what's this baby's name?" And Bambi goes, "Emily," and Molly goes, "Oh, that's awkward." And Bambi goes, "Not that Emily." Like, she was cognizant enough to think about like, it's not the same Emily that I told you I was gonna bite. Don't worry, about her baby doll. It's funny. Or like, there's this one where she goes, "I did a wee on the carpet," like she peed on the floor.
Ew.
And Molly's like, "Why did you do a wee on the carpet?"
You're like, let's not do that.
Yeah, let's wee in the toilet. So yeah, everybody go watch her Prime documentary. And if anyone's willing to pay the tariffs for me so that I can order clothes from her brand, I would be forever grateful.
Yeah, it's not gonna be me, but you can try.
Okay. I wasn't expecting it to be you. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed this episode, and as always, please let us know if anyone has any requests or ideas or things that you like or don't like.
HMU.
Hit us up on pop.cold.podcast on Instagram. Bambi.
Bambi.
Ta-ta, Bambi.
Bambi.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week for more pop culture chaos. The stories we cover are based on research and publicly available sources. While we strive for accuracy, some details may be disputed or unverified, and this episode is for entertainment and informational purposes only.